Managing a home is a really, really big job. And today I just want to share a few little tricks that have helped me create a more manageable home. And I just want to share them with everyone today. But I first want to say that feeling overwhelmed with running or managing your house is actually really normal. I actually think it's more normal than not. So you're definitely not alone. We all feel like this, and it's a big job. Managing a house is a really, really big job. So you're definitely not alone. So the first thing I want to say is in the house, it's really important to prioritize what's important and what's important to you. So here in my household, I have three things that are really important, and I really just focus on these three things because if these three things get done, the whole house works smooth, everything runs, and we can keep plodding along. The whole system runs so smoothly. So those three things are doing the dishes, daily load of laundry, and tidy. So with the dishes, at the end of the day, we finish the dishes. All the dishes are done at the end of the day. And throughout the day, we do as many loads as we can as well, just to make it easier. But definitely by the end of the day, the dishes are done. The second thing is laundry. I do a daily load just to help keep it small, manageable little chunks. I just try to keep that system moving whenever I can. Just try to make sure that there's no big overwhelming piles through the house, but just a daily load. And then, the third thing is tidy. At the end of the day, we just pick up, tidy, put things away back in their homes before we go to bed. But my biggest thing is we need to prioritize, again, what's important. And my motto is just tidy over spotless. I don't think the house will ever be perfect, and I don't think it needs to be. I think it just needs to be tidy and needs to be a place that we feel good in. It's important to have a home that we feel good in as well. That's really important. And when the house feels overwhelming, just quickly move to the next thing. Just get into a space, get that space to a standard that's good, not perfect, and then just move on to the next thing and just see how much we can get done, and not getting too deep into one little area, but quickly picking up, quickly putting away, moving the dishes to the sink, moving the clothes to the hamper, and just quickly moving through again, just getting things to a good standard. It doesn't need to be perfect. Another little tip I always do, and I think this works really good when the house feels overwhelming, set a timer. A 5-minute timer, a 10-minute timer, a 15-minute timer, whatever you think, I'm just going to set a timer. And don't disregard the 5-minute timer. It actually is really, really good, especially if you can get the whole family involved. Okay, guys, this house is getting out of control. 5-minute tidy. Everyone, all hands on deck. Let's pick up, let's put away. Let's see if we can bring this house back together. And the timer is a really good motivator. It's a really, really good motivator to really get you going. I love using a timer. Okay, so I just want to go over a few simple systems that I have in my house that really help me, and I want to share them. So first of all, everything has a home, but not just a home, a labeled home. I label everything, and it's great for everyone in the family to know where things are located, but also for my brain. If something is labeled, you don't need to think about it when you put it away. Everything has a home, and that home should be labeled. That is my aim in my house. And with these categories as well, you don't need to micro label things. You don't need little specific labels. Just broad categories are good. You could just have like home management as a category, like all your batteries, light bulbs, everything goes in there. That's what I have. Or you could just have broad categories, especially if everything's feeling overwhelmed. Start with really big categories, and then later on you can pull those categories into more specific categories if you want, but start with the big broad categories. Yeah, so another one of my systems is the end of every day we have a Hanson household reset. Every day, Hanson household reset. So all the dishes are done and everything's picked up and put away. So the reset is, yeah, the floor is clear, the surfaces are clear, and just everything is just put back into its home. This is a little bit of a pain at the end of the day, but it really doesn't take me that long. Just picking things up, putting them back in their home, it just helps reset the space. And then the next day, it just feels so good to wake up and walk out, clear kitchen, clear benches, not too much on the floor. If you have a toddler, there's sort of always things on the floor, but not too much. It's just that aim of the end of the day, just trying to sort of pull things back in order. Okay, a few other systems I have that really work is I have a time will tell basket. So this here is my time will tell basket. Just things, I don't know, do I keep them, do I donate them? I put them in here and then I go through this basket frequently. What can go out of this basket? I flip it upside down and then the things on the bottom of the basket normally have been time tested and we are okay to donate them. Another little system I have in my house that I definitely recommend is having a donation station. So in my house, I have this basket and I just have a black bag in here and I just fill it with donations when I come across something that I'm like, these clothes don't fit. I don't like this spatula. Whatever it might be, as I go through my day, I find something and I'm like, you know what, this can probably go. I don't actually enjoy using it. I probably don't use it as much as this other thing or whatever. Whenever you're moving through a day and you come across something that can go, I put it in the donation station. And then when that bag is full, I tie it up and I take it in. And I use the black trash bag, so I'm not second guessing my decision. Because you always see something, you'd be like, oh, wait, that spatula wasn't that bad, was it? Oh, you know what I mean? So it's just good just to get it out. Get things out that we're not using so that we can think clearer, that our house operates smoother, and there's just less things that we need to deal with and manage and put away and tidy. It just makes a big, big difference. And the next thing is we live on a farm. We grow a lot of our own veg. We have the most beautiful, beautiful offerings with our veggies and our protein. But I just want to say, I say beautiful offerings, but here is my overgrown sweet potato. If it sprouts, it's okay. You just cut off the sprouts. As long as it's not like mushy, it's fine to eat. So there's a little tip. But what I'm trying to say here is embrace simple food. Sometimes we put so much pressure on ourselves to make incredible meals for our family, and that's wonderful. That's what I'm all about. I love cooking really good meals from scratch, but just do the best you can. And like this night, I was making fish and chips. Just an overgrown sweet potato, an overripe sweet potato. Is that the right word? And I'm just doing a box of fish, a box of frozen fish out of the freezer. It was a quick meal. It was an easy meal, and that's okay. If we are struggling, today I had a full day at work and I got home and I was exhausted. And I'm here to say it's okay. It's okay to get something out of the freezer. It's okay to make a quick and easy meal. We don't need to have it all together. I think that's the most important thing. We don't need to have it all together. The only thing we need to do is just show up as our best selves every day for our family and be there as the best we can. And I think sometimes things aren't all the way done and everything isn't perfect, but it doesn't need to be. We just show up as the best selves that we can. Let's just do our best here. Again, we don't need to have it all together. I just want to say you totally got this. Managing a home is hard, but you definitely have this. You can do it.